All right, Bluebell is looking for what's called an ice cream licker. A video of a woman licking a tub of Bluebell ice cream, then putting it back in a grocery store freezer has attracted the attention of millions. On their website, Bluebell says they are working with law enforcement and say this type of incident will not be tolerated. Some are questioning why the ice cream was not sealed. Bluebell said during their production, half gallons like the one in the video are flipped upside down and then sent to a hardening room. The ice cream freezes to the lid to create a natural seal. The company suggests undoing this seal in a retail store would be hard to do and noticeable. So Michelle, what do you think about this ice cream liquor bandit?
I think natural seals will no longer be a thing. I think of Ariana Grande. Remember when she went to the donut shop and she licked all the donuts and that went viral, and it's just like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have the donuts out at the front of the store.
Or can we just knock some sense into people? I'm sorry, not knock. That's wrong.
It's like going,
I didn't say that.
It's like going to a buffet. Sometimes people can't help themselves. Just put a seal on it. How hard can it really be? It can't be that hard.
Yeah, there's ever since the viral video like last year of the guy like sampling the soup at the Whole Foods hot bar, like I won't use those anymore. So this ice cream thing just...
Thanks, I didn't need to know that. I missed that one.
Go watch it. It's
one of those things that you can't unsee. I would not be surprised if Bluebell ends up trying to find a way to put that little plastic that I see a lot of people...
It's going to add to the cost.
Well, it may add to the cost.
They'll be okay.
I think it's well worth it, to avoid somebody licking your ice cream.
But how often does it happen? How often does it really happen?
Once is enough.
Yep.
Once is enough.
So
what would be the charge? Criminal licking? I mean, if they file
contamination?
There, yeah.
Spreading of disease? I can keep going.
All right.
Disgust.
We'll keep it moving here.
Creating disgust. Nike is pulling an American flag-themed sneaker ahead of a planned July 4th release after NFL star turned activist Colin Kaepernick raised concerns that the shoe features what some see as a racially insensitive version of the flag. It's the Betsy Ross Flag, and it represents the 13 colonies. Kaepernick and others reportedly complained it harkens back to the era of slavery and has reportedly, as a flag, been adopted as a symbol by some white nationalist groups. Betsy Ross designed the famous flag during the American Revolution, and according to the Smithsonian Museum, it was used as the country's official flag from 1777 to 1795. There's your bit of trivia for today.
Thank you very much.
Kevin.
I love trivia.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know that.
Was Nike wrong? Were they right? What's your view of this?
Well, I mean, as a Memphian, I'm surprised. I didn't realize that Nike was making something besides pennies still. I only thought they made pennies. But were they right to pull the flag? I don't know. I'm conflicted on this topic because you've got Colin Kaepernick, who is really like very brave in his stance that he took kneeling during the national anthem, but always made sure to make a point that it was not about the anthem, it was not about the flag, it was about getting his message across. In here, when you make it about the flag, you're messing up your message and your original intent that I hope that people aren't taking it, taking it the wrong way.
Or
and reverse what he's already done.
Exactly. And Nike says it's standing by its decision. And if you look at their profits over the past year or so, they have actually gone up.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people may kind of sit back and say,
one of those situations where any publicity is good publicity? Because everything that I've seen on social media, there are a lot of angry folks out there. There are two camps. Some that are really upset that just because Colin said don't do this, they did. And they're going, wait a minute. And I'm thinking, did they not do any research on this before to make sure that it was, not
unlike you, Todd,
way?
when I was reading this yesterday and the day before, I was wondering who was in the room when this decision was made. Because if you had possibly a diverse crowd of people, different thoughts coming together, this could have been avoided.
You would think companies would figure this out.
That's it. Just put 50 stars on it and call it a day.
Because they'd actually sent the shoes out, and they said, no, send them all back now.
Well, think about it. That was my thought I had, too. This is Nike. This is a massive company. I imagine them having 18 million focus groups a year where a bunch of people just sit around and go, green, that's not really the color that's in right now. Let's go with blue. So, like, the fact that they missed this kind of just boggles my mind. But I will say, I understand the point of Nike could have done whatever they wanted to, right? But what I will say is, at least how I'm seeing it, they listened, they took a step back, they overlooked everything, they refocused. I think this was kind of a learning experience for them, and they realized, you know what? In their opinion, and this is their stance, whether we agree with it or not, we messed up. We realized that this is offensive to some people, even if it wasn't offensive to us at the time that we did it, doesn't make it okay. I'm going to take a step back as a company and say, I'd rather not make my clientele or part of my clientele upset or angry. This is going to be a learning experience, and if it's offensive to you, we're sorry, and we're going to rectify our mistake. And
I
that
think
deserves some
that's a big
warrant.
point there. It can be a learning experience, and for many of us, no matter what side of the aisle you might be on, you can do your homework, learn about Betsy Ross, get a little bit more history on what all this is
maybe
about.
it's not so much Betsy Ross, but it's the fact that some white nationalist groups have adopted that and used that on flags.
We should
It's kind of
do our best to not let them take that. The original flag of our country should not be their symbol.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's absurd for the people who are reverse offended by this, the ones who are like, Nike's not putting the shoe out, so I want to boycott them. That makes no sense. Like, how many shoes do you wear that don't have American flags on it? Just because they're not putting out a shoe with an American flag
Then
on
don't
it
buy the
means
shoe.
you're going to boycott Nike. That makes no sense.
What did the governor of Arizona say? I think
like-
hundreds of jobs are coming to his state. Now he's saying incentives to get those jobs will now be taken off the table.
I think the hardest thing to
Because
do is
they're
say,
not-
I'm sorry, and they said, I'm sorry, and they learned, and that's that.
Trying to move
All
on.
right, one last thing here. This morning, the king of rock and roll has been played by actors including Bruce Campbell, Don Johnson, Val Kilmer, and Kurt Russell, just to name a few. And now Hollywood is once again all shook up over who should play Elvis Presley in an upcoming film. The upcoming biopic on Elvis Presley is expected to be split into two parts, Elvis's early success and then his life after age 35. As for who will play the king, The Hollywood Reporter says Ansel Elgort, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Miles Tiller have all tested for the director, and producers have reportedly looked at Harry Styles and Austin Butler for the role. Tom Hanks is rumored to have already been cast for Elvis's manager, Colonel Tom Parker.
he'll
So,
be
Todd,
great
what do you think?
Well, you know, there's been so many great actors lately doing a lot of wonderful things. I mean, at first I look at those and go, how in the world can they do that? But boy, they can and they will. And Miles Teller, we remember recently from Footloose.
Yeah.
I think he looks the most like him, too.
Yeah, really? And so it's going to be
very
interesting to
talented.
see. I mean, I'd love to see each of them do their Elvis before trying to make a big decision on that. I didn't even know the biopic was in the works. It's
Harry
like,
Styles has the hair.
yeah.
Come on, he could have that hair.
Okay, let's talk to the woman who knows all about the music.
I will say, when I heard about this, I had somebody imagined immediately, and it was not on the list. Miles Teller does look the most like Elvis, but two people came to my mind. This person already did the Elvis All-Star tribute. We saw him perform, and he's got the hair. Shawn Mendes, I think, would be a great
And he can
casting.
sing.
And
He's-
he can
he's
sing.
got the pipes.
I don't know about that. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this photo, but Lisa Marie Presley just posted that rare family photo of the whole family together. Her son, Elvis's
Looks a
grandchild,
lot
Benjamin,
like the
looks
king.
just like him.
Yeah.
I don't know about his acting chops, but how cool would it be
Oh,
to
that
actually
would be
get
cool.
Benjamin Presley to play the role, his grandfather? I don't
That
know
would
about
be
his acting
cool.
chops, but
I have to look at
Can
that
he
photo.
sing?
I wish we could put up a picture of him.
Yeah.
Gosh, he looks amazing.
But did
just
he
like
get the
him.
voice too?
I don't
'Cause
know.
You have to
Well, maybe he
sing.
can
You
sing
would
better
hope
than
it would
Shawn
run there,
Mendes.
right?
That's it.
Those are my two picks.
That's it.
So the roll's still open.
The roll's still open.
The roll's still open.
You're not
Fix
getting
that
it.
hair. It's the right color.
What's wrong?
Prop
What's
do you
wrong
have
with it?
Here we go.
I'm ready.
Add another one to the
I'm ready.
list.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, fantastic for playing.
Oh, I'm
Parker.
sold on that already, yeah.
To Graceland and beyond. I can't wait.
Can you do the little lip curl thing? Do a little. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, look at this. Can you add us to the list? Are we going to be on your list or
Oh
not?
my goodness, I don't know.
I
You
guess
need
that
a little
means
bit more
no.
green
That's
cream.
it.
I've never seen you act, and I don't know.
Oh, I've seen him act crazy.
Thank you guys very much.